All right, we've done it. We're inside the Mutant Lord's base. We can do it. We're prepared and ready, and Fred's gonna give us some words of encouragement. Thanks as always, Fred. Eve, you wanna describe some weapon we have? From what looks like its digestive fluids, it seems like its cells are starting to regenerate. It's turning itself into a menace to deal with a foreign substance. Us. The mutant itself is white blood cells, and it probably is treating us like a virus, right? Nope, it's the opposite. The mutant itself is a virus that has nested itself into the Earth. I don't care how many times this thing resurrects itself, I'm gonna stop it from destroying this planet no matter what. Eve. Spark Tackle, with this sub-weapon you can perform a high-speed hit. No. Okay, we're ready, we've got everything we need. We have all the upgrades that we can get for the tank. We are ready and rolling here. We took a lot of hit. What did I do last episode? Good Lord. Oh fuck, I'm in trouble. Go, 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 go. That was a mistake, John. Oh, I'm so dead. Oh yeah, the stealth section, wasn't it? It's been like a week since I did the last episode. So that's why I'm a little surprised to see myself at gun level 3, but I guess I can't say I'm surprised based on how cavalier I can be at times. But it doesn't matter, we're back in Sophia anyways. But now the game's actually gonna try to make us regret being in Sophia, because Area 8, the mutant core, is a little mean. Actually, that's not called the mutant core. What is it? Is it just the mutant body? The mutant zone? We'll find out when we get the map, because I can never remember the dang names of the zones. In case in point, I kept saying sea over and over again. No, I said ocean. Damn it, sea was correct. Oh, God. It has somehow been a week and it feels like years. It's kind of impressive, honestly. Every time I think I've got it wrong, I actually got it right. So we've already taken a lot of hits. As you notice, we've got a lot of the crosses are back too, but they're a lot smaller this time around, a lot more annoying. And they are definitely there to mess you up as much as they can. But at least there's some water zones here now, so you can at least take advantage of that water upgrade you got. The fun thing I find about this game versus the original is that pretty much after Zone 5, like the sea, you don't really need dive. It's pretty much useless after that. Zero at least tried to make it a bit more useful, and I'll give them credit for that. I think they did a pretty good job. This is actually the way to go. Uh-oh. I remember that room. Remember that room from the NES version. Let's get the heck out of here. I guess what we needed was down. Just like before, you can use the shell. Oh, you know what I should do instead? Hang on. I need a little bit of room, because these guys are gonna mess it up. Just like before, you can use the shells to destroy this, all the little crosses. But this might work a little better. I actually don't know if this will work, but I'm gonna try it. Good news, it worked! Wow, that actually, I think, got rid of all of them in the room. Did it seriously get rid of all of them in the room? There should be some down here. If it actually got rid of all of them in the room, that's kind of amazing. I thought it would only get the ones directly in front of me. That is so cool. Oh my God, I actually, for some reason, never thought to do that, despite something else in the game teaching me otherwise. That's hilarious. That rules. All right, let's go down here. All right, this is what we're looking for. Each one of these boxes has a little mutant core inside of it, but the middle one is a nice big heal, so make sure to get that one. Otherwise, you can piss off the rest and then just leave. That's not gonna be a problem when we leave, I'm sure. Oh boy, all right, we could really use some upgrades right now. Thank God you guys are weak to this, or at least taking stuns from it. We have got to get our weapons back up. It shouldn't be too bad. At least we can use grenades right now. Like, oh, and he says as he loses weapon upgrades, oh no. Oh boy. I'm actually not used to being in this part. That's what I get for tooling around trying to show off that giant laser. wonder how much I'm gonna regret this, because I don't even have shield yet. That's level 5, I believe. There we go. Now I've got shield. At least I'll be safe for counterattacks, but pretty much nothing's gonna do much at this point that I have to worry about. The good thing about at least doing the proper counterattack is that all the head stick damage. This guy's flashing red, which means he takes extra damage from that. Perfect. You actually don't even have to zip back and forth in the rooms like we're doing right now. You can just straight up walk across the spikes and take the shortcut, but you're taking a lot of damage in the process, so be careful. Oh, you go multi-directional, but you gave me back wave. And for that, I'm eternally grateful that you're now going to die horribly. Come to think of it though, I think this actually is just a restock room. I don't think this actually leads to the map. Which is kind of a bummer, because I was sort of hoping for the map. Nope, restock room. But at least we're fully caught up. I think we actually fully got upgraded when we got in that room with the moving guys in the first place, so we should be good now. Let's check here. Yep, everything's fully stopped up. If I don't care about my gun levels, I can just walk over the spikes. Just like I said, you can just, that's the one thing that's gonna slow you down is losing your gun levels. And I would rather hang on to that. That was kind of the point of me coming here in the first place. Otherwise we murdered everything. Let's go get back into Sophia. And let's go find that damn map. So at least I can remember the name of the zone we're in. Eve, you have another dialogue piece, don't you? The mutant lord is here. It's all right. We can beat this thing. Okay, bye. Nope. Hey, you want to hear about Acceleration Blast? Oh, no, no, not right now. Now's not the time. All right, Sophia is fully stocked up and ready to go. Oh wow, it really did get the ones down here, because look, they're not even, they're here now. Wow, that's crazy. I legitimately did not know it clears out all of those in a room. That's so cool. Let's just take the easy way up. And get out of here. We've already been through this room, so we know what to expect here. Dashing, unfortunately, is not as effective on these guys because they take 3 regular shots to kill, so... And I believe a dash does 2 bits of damage? Actually, I'm curious, hang on. Experiment. Yep, 2 damage, okay. So 1 shot and then a dash will work. This stupid pit right here. In 0, it's a joke, and there's nothing to worry about. But in the original, spikes negated all your movement options. So you couldn't even really get out of a pit like that? Oh, it's actually almost the same here. Ooh, okay, it's a bit more aggressive than I thought in this one. I thought it was not as bad. The cooldown between hits in the NES version is rougher, as in it's a lot shorter, and it also makes your jump die a lot faster. So and it does extra damage. So it kind of sucks in general. Don't even mess around with the spike pits like I just did. Not even as an example. Just save yourself the grief. Thankfully, these bugs are here mainly as item generators. Because no matter what, at least one of them should drop something. Watch this be the one time it doesn't. Yep, of course. Prove me wrong. We're down to 3 hit points. We're down to 2 hit points. Acceleration blast? Oh, that's not gonna charge in time. I'm fine! Really? Oh, God. I love how, no matter what, it's just when I start tooling around is when it becomes an issue. If I never messed around, I think we would be, wouldn't even come close to dying in these situations. But at least the game is generous enough with the health that I can come back from it as long as I'm trying. And that's the key word, is I have to try. You know how difficult it is for me sometimes? Sometimes I like just being an idiot and goofing off. And then the game's like, you're in the last stage, knock it off. Speaking of the last stage, if you remember in the last episode, we showed off a neat little trick for getting the map early there. Good news, works here as well too, but it's not as obvious this time around. This room over here. Let's clean it up a little bit first. Up here, just where your HUD is. This wall cannot be blown up with your grenades, but remote attack cares not. Shortcut. Restock that acceleration blast. And there's the map. Nice and simple. And honestly, I kind of recommend it. The mutant's inner body area, that's what it's called, mutant inner body. I guess I should have guessed because we went through the skeleton lord. The room is a lot bigger than it needs to be. We're gonna show it off anyways because, you know, map completion, all that jazz. But just kind of showing it's a nice shortcut. Don't worry about map completion if you're just playing casually. Or really, if you're just playing period, just take the shortcut. It's way faster. Now, let's see what's actually over here. Good news, it's every enemy we've fought through the game. Uh-oh. Don't get greedy. You're greedy for items you don't even need. Again, a lot of this is just restock area, so if you're really hurting for equipment, it helps. But honestly, at this point, even if you were just tooling around like I was, you shouldn't be hurting that much. Any damage you're really gonna have to worry about is Sophia's damage, and you can't pick up healing items for Sophia in these stages. Just like in the original game, you gotta be in the tank to heal the tank. And also, just like the original game, the actual threat in this area is the stage itself. When playing through the NES version, the final bosses were kind of a joke by comparison. But the actual stage was brutal, like, because there were so many places you could get stuck, everything did double damage, and there's no health extension. You get 8 hit points, and that's it. You don't make it through with 8, you're done. And again, since the NES version at least had finite continues and lives, it was really rough to go through in general. One of the many reasons I recommend Zero over the original. And since I played through the original to kind of go alongside this, which was really fun, honestly, it was fun going through that, I'm also good with never playing through that again. It sounds rough to say it that way, but this one's just so much better. And I know I'm basically praising like a game that came out like 20 years later. Like that's like a low bar. But I want to show you something, since this is a safe room to do it in. One of the biggest issues you'll have in the final area of Blaster Master is Sophia itself. Sophia, in the NES version, doesn't have a dedicated wall climb button. It is just D-pad. So you will be trying to platform, and then you'll get to the edge of a corner, edge of a platform, and then you'll suddenly switch over. But you might have spikes right here. So even if there's a little tiny gap, a pit of spikes, you'll dip right in and take the 2 damage. You'll fall into the spikes as well. So then suddenly you're taking more damage because you're trying to escape out of there, and that just keeps happening over and over. It's one of the big reasons they put wall climb in Zero on a separate button, so that's not an issue. It's just so less frustrating. It's so less frustrating, good God. I never really realized how bad it was until I went back to play through it. Like this wall here, you would just like that. And then you would take 2 damage, and then you'd be in trouble. And I don't know why I'm showing this and tempting fate when I've already said I'm pretty damn low on health, but I guess we're here now. I guess this is the bed I've made for myself. Oh shit. I could really use a new bed. I'm gonna try something. I might regret it, but I'm gonna try something. I regret it. There we go. Oh, right, I'm out of fuel. Kind of forgot fuel is the same damn button as the laser. If we want to just quickly, if we want to grind out some health, we can do that, and we can go mess with these guys. I like that I'm only having to do this because of my stupid, like, I want to show off what I'm complaining about for the NES version, and not even pay attention to my health. The tackle is very helpful here, as you've probably gathered, because it's spaced out pretty well, he says as he falls into the last pit possible. You also can just use the giant laser if you just want to speed things up. But of course you actually have the energy for it, and I don't at the moment. Let's just save ourselves some grief. Or let's lock onto things I didn't think I was going to lock onto. Please just lock onto the thing I want to kill right now. Thank you. Switch back to tackle. As long as you're ready and expecting one of those like little mutant babies to pop out, you will be safe. You don't really have to worry about too much. And there's our first save point, so at least now we're not gonna have to redo all the progress if I accidentally die. Come on. Oh no. No, no, no. And let's go get this health extension, like a little health pickup too. Oh, right, that's how this one works. Okay. So let's break that. Do I have a good shot at this? Not really. There we go. Okay. Drop down here, connect here, and now I can roll under and get this. The height's too big for Jason, because you'll kill him from the fall, and again, you probably want it for Sophia, not Jason anyways. Since we have the map, let's take a big look at, ooh, already halfway done, not too bad. So we have 3 caves left, and each one has a boss. And we are missing 1 item at this point. We do not have the final health extension for Jason and Sophia. So we are going to assume that's gonna be in one of the bases again, just like it was in a previous zone. So it shouldn't be too bad. I'm just gonna, you know what? Now that I know about the laser working as well as it does, let's just have some fun. Let's just speed this up a little bit. Who needs proper platforming when you have giant death laser? I don't think I've ever used this laser this much, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. And somehow that survived it, huh? Okay, sure, why not? Oh, you know what? Oh, A, you're back again. And B, I think I actually fucked up. Yep, I sure did. Guess what I can't do now? I can't get up there. Oh, that sucks. Because I cannot connect to this wall. And the goo does not come back. I actually shot myself in the foot here. Oh my god, 3 times! Why? So what we're gonna have to do instead, well, first off, let's get this health. We're gonna have to actually respawn everything here, which I believe requires going 2 rooms away. Or going back into a cave. What's gonna be faster at this point? This will probably be faster. I think you can also force a screen reload by actually getting to a save point, hopping out, and summoning Sophia. I think that also re-summons everything. I'm not 100% sure on that. We can test that afterwards. Come on, come on. I would like to go into the next room, please. Damn it. All right, there we go. That's 2 rooms away. That should be enough. To clear out the map too, since there's 2 ways to go here, let's just loop around this way. Just make it easier. Come on, I need you to get up here. I need you to get up here so I can shoot you. Oh, it's just 2 shots for those guys, and I guess it is 1 damage for the tackle. Never mind. Never mind. Unfortunately, of course, the path I picked is the one that is just absolutely chock full of these guys. So let's just use all our energy for that. We can put our tackle back on to deal with the other guys on the way up, the smaller enemies. Come on. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Holy cow, it's almost like this is Area 8 or something. Now, did that respawn everything? Yes, it did. Thank goodness. All right, now we can go get to the other area. It didn't. What? Hang on, let's try plan B then. I also don't think that did it either. Oh no, have I fucking soft-locked myself? Well, soft-locked in the way of trying to get up here. Ah, crap. All right, well. That sucks. So, because I did that, the only way I'm gonna be able to respawn everything now is probably to go into a cave, and the nearest one is the one we were in earlier, so I'm just gonna spare you the wait. And, I'll just go there and come back. I'll see you on the other side. All right, that was annoying that we had to do that, but we've got it done. Let's be very careful now. Let's not ruin it. So if we want a short way of doing it, we can just connect here and loop around. Actually, no, that is the way you have to do it. Never mind. That is the only way to do it. For some reason, I thought this made a bridge, but I guess not. So you have to wrap around off of those blocks there. And now we can use the giant murder laser. Or you could just shoot things normally, but where's the fun in that? I want to see what happens if I call during the shot. Hey Jason, you hear about Spark Tackle? Every time I jump for it thinking I have boost, completely forgetting that that just uses up your special meter. Okay, now that we are in there properly, now we can get over here. As you probably gathered, we kind of have to go into this cave anyways. And it's a dark cave at that. Flashbang. Arm striker. And hit everything as fast as we can. This room, I believe, is kind of big. Yeah, not too shabby. We'll keep flashbang arm just in case. He says as he immediately switches off of flash. Oh no, I said. Okay, never mind. Flashbang's what I said, but I switched to striker by accident. Because I want to get rid of these guys. Again, I think this is all just restock. At this point, we're fine. If you're playing through on some of the other modes, you might want these. But we should be good. Yeah, the one room up top, and then it's the big room on the side, and then the boss. And I actually forgot what the boss is in this room. Is this just, I think this is just another group fight? This must be another layer fight, because I don't remember any other bosses than the ones we have to deal with specifically. Weird. All right, well, let's go find out together then. What enemy could we possibly bump into that would be respawned multiple times we haven't fought already? I guess there's the giant slimes. We do kind of have a distinct advantage against the giant slimes because we have Striker. Oops. This is the right way to go. Sorry, I have to go the wrong way. And fight more giant slimes. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, not just another restock. God, the one thing I never got is, I get that they're mimicking the original Blaster Master, but why so heavy on restock rooms? even on the higher difficulties, I don't see it being that helpful, unless I'm just missing something here. I'm just surprised that they went as heavy on it. Like, it is, oops. It is always good to see a restock room, though, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it's just a security blanket at that point. Or for, you know, when you make mistakes like I've been making randomly. It's all viable. And again, if I wasn't using the energy guard, then it would be a big deal too. And I don't know if I even stated this, I probably did. You can just turn that off if you think it's too easy. You can just not have it on. And in fact, on some of the higher difficulties, or rather the higher difficulty, it does nothing. But I kind of like it. It's a nice security blanket. All right, who's up here? This is definitely a regular layer of a regular enemy. Cell rejection. Oh, it is the big slimes, okay. As you probably gathered, Striker's the way to go, because 2 hits to shrink one, and then hit 1 small one to kill them all. Pretty much all the layers just boil down to this after a while. Oop, and then if you miss, you're in trouble, but so don't miss. Boils down to nice and simple, just actually aim. All that for the final health extension of the game. We're at 16 hit points. And that also marks all upgrades that Jason and Sophia can get. Let's just go back here. Our entire Sophia list is full, even though it does kind of look like there could be a little bit of room for a third maneuver there. It's not. And Jason's gear is full. We got everything. The only thing we need now are keys. And you know what, I'm just gonna, oh, hang on, I need a second. I'm just gonna, after last time, I need this. It just feels good. It just feels right, you know? To fire a giant laser and not get stuck for once. Okay, we can choose either way that we want to go at this point. We've already seen this, so we might as well just, well, it's only one room. It's not a big deal. I don't think we need to skip ahead that much. But now at least we don't have to loop around because we had 2 paths to choose. I'm not quite sure why you would pick the other path anyway, since it's directly, this one's directly below where you were. Assuming you're not just filling in the map like I've been doing. That's the only reason really I feel like you would even go to the left, because I think even square-wise it's farther away. So yeah, it just seems a bit excessive at that point. Let's see here. Over here should be yet another restock room, but obviously this one's helpful for Sophia. Which you know what that means. We really don't need to do this. We can just shoot it with a regular gun. There are a bunch of cores inside that'll do some damage, but laser is fun. Health is topped up to max, and even our special weapon energy is already pretty much back. Nice restock. And now to lose it all in the spikes anyways on the way back. Yep, I was kidding. You didn't actually have to do that, John. Good lord. All right, almost there. Just a little bit more to go. Which is why we're taking all the damage. We don't even really need to deal with these guys. But I guess if you don't want damage, I probably should have grabbed the health, whatever. Not a big deal. Kill some worms. Now, originally in this room, in the original game, there was a different enemy introduced, the skull enemy, which would actually summon these red worms. But for some reason, they just didn't put them in the game. They're just kind of there by themselves now. I'm kind of okay with that, though, because they were a bit of a pain to fight, but... Here we go. More striker time. There's plenty more slimes to shoot. Uh-oh, that's bad. Since Striker's gonna hit things we can't even see, we don't really have to worry that much. I feel bad that the game really does just boil down to use one of top 3 guns when you have them. If you don't, pray. Or, I guess, aim better. Really, that's also the prime thing with this anyways, is the fact that you need to hang on to those guns anyways. That's probably why there's so many restock rooms. Answering my own questions from earlier. Or just, you know, use wave on everything. It might take a little bit longer, but... I find it so funny that playing through this time, I am using more guns than I normally do. Normally, I would just use wave, as I've mentioned in a bunch of times in previous episodes. But I find it funny that I've basically branched out from 1 to 3. There's still 5 guns I'm not using. But I guess it makes sense, because a lot of them are definitely outclassed by other ones. Oh, yeah, okay, now I know what we're fighting. Let's gear up, because we're gonna want these two. Warning, the layer of antibody cell. I don't even need to say what we're doing here. You figured it out already. Do that. Do this. And then it should be not hurting you. Okay, so remember how I said I'm not gonna use any of these other weapons? Guess what? I'm going to. Found a use for long range. No, that's penetrator or whatever. You also noticed that I actually did, oh, we missed it. We actually did end up getting another recharge for the remote attack. I just didn't want to waste it. But it's really satisfying if you want to do it, so you can go ahead and use it. You'll restock it easily anyways. All that for key 2. Key 2. We didn't actually show this. But to the right, there was actually a shutter we needed to open. So we actually did have to come here. Now we've done all dungeons at this point except for the final one here in Area 8. So we're actually doing pretty good. There's no item we have missed. That's what key 2 was for. And now, one last room, which means one last big ass laser. Oh, or not. I think the game's just sick of my shit at this point. That one gets to live. That slime gets to live. Stock up here on anything you need, but you're not gonna be needing Sophia for this one. This is a Jason mission here. Sophia's at full power. I just confirmed that the Mutant Lord is through here. Jason, this... Yeah, this is the moment of truth. I'll be counting on you, Eve. Ugh. Come on, no doom and gloom faces now. I'm gonna take this thing down. You should be on your guard too. Never know what might show up here. Yeah, I'll do that. Promise me that you'll come back, okay? You got it, I promise. Well, here we go. One last call for good luck to Fred. Eve, what do you got for me? The Mutant Lord is here. It's alright, we can beat this thing. I mean, we already had this discussion anyways, but let's go in. Now, in the original game, this room is just a restock room. It's completely full of these destructible blocks, and there are items scattered everywhere. It's the perfect way to get to max strength for the final boss. This version is very different. We have a teleporter maze. Pick a door, left or right. Every room has a set left or right. Certain ones will lead to a boss fight, but all the boss fights are just layer fights. So you can either just go to Striker or use Wave, use whatever you're comfortable with at this point, and just take out any enemies that show up. See, nothing too bad. And every time you do one, oh, actually they don't, never mind. Oh, I know what I'm thinking of, sorry. Nope, never mind, I'm wrong. Each room leads to a different area. Some of them do overlap, but it really doesn't matter what path you take. I don't even know if there is a map out there of this. I should actually quickly check that. I found the easiest path that worked for me was going all right. I think it gives you 2, maybe 3 rooms to fight in, but it also gives you a lot of restock rooms. And restock rooms are basically just free rooms to walk through because there's next to no enemies in them. Also, there's a bunch of these rooms. You can just skip these with Striker again, but I'm just in the mood to use a little bit of wave. There we go, a second layer. And this one's a one-way path too. No second door. All right, a little more threatening, these guys again. Again, wave works. Oh no, actually it's a mishmash. Ooh, variety. They're still gonna die. Oh, not unless they teleport on me like that one almost did. Gotta get this practice in now. Oh, hi. Do you guys shoot? I don't even remember if you shoot. Do you just float towards me? Okay, good fight. Yet another restock room. And a really good one at that. So if you wanted to use any of your like specials, by all means, go to town on them because look at what's here. And with that, we've reached the final save point. Up there.
It's the boss time. Let's get ready for
At this point, we've reached the point of no return. Once you go into this room, the ending you get is locked in. If you've been following on with the Let's Play and have actually been doing everything we've done, you're on your way to getting the good ending. However, any mistake you've made along the way will cost you. If you've missed any item at this point in the game, any health extension, any weapon for Sophia, any weapon for Jason, even the maps up to this point, you will get the bad ending. Here's what could have happened. All right, let's do this. I found the Mutant Lord. This feels completely different from the other mutants. My sense of danger is completely off the charts right now. Eve? Crap, the transmission's dead. Is the Mutant Lord causing this? I'm so worried about Eve and Fred, but there's only one thing to do now. It's you and me now, Mutant Lord. I'm gonna put an end to this. Warning, the lair of the Galaxy Master, Underworld Lord. All right, before we start this fight, I'm gonna press the wrong button, shit. Before we do that, try contacting Eve. Fred will always frog for you. He will always frog you. He'll croak for you no matter what. Eve, on the other hand, damn it, I can't connect to her. In any case, it looks like I have the upper hand in mobility. I'm gonna have to keep moving while not getting too far away from it and seize my chance to attack when they appear. Jason actually tells you how to fight the boss. But thankfully, this boss is not that hard. So in the original game, this is the final boss. You fight another boss before this, Plutonium Lord, who is basically the giant monster we fought at the end of Area 7, but stuck to the top wall. This time around, the final boss is not the final boss. We're gonna arm Striker, and you might think to go to Remote Blast immediately. Do not do that, because there is a second form. Instead, pick your turret. Drop a turret, he will attack the turret instead. Get in front of him, hit mash Striker as fast as you can, and the first form is done. Just make sure you don't lose any weapon upgrades in the process. And now, that leads us to the true form. The sheer power of this thing is so overwhelming. Not to mention its new form. Is this the Mutant Lord's true form? The one that possesses intelligence? Even if it is, I can't lose now. I gotta protect the Earth and Eve. Warning, the lair of the ultimate meta fight. Multi-dimensional overlord. The Moverlord. Wave, completely useless this fight. Well, not completely, but pretty much. It's actually immune to wave for once, so guess what? Now you actually have to do something. Let's start by calling Eve again. Still can't connect to Eve, damn it. Looks like I gotta do this on my own. Looks like his attacks change when it changes color. There may be certain attacks that are more effective against different forms. I should change up my gun attacks and see if anything works. This is true. There are 4 different colors, and which means 4 different attack forms that the boss will take. Each one has a different weakness to a different weapon. Just pick anyone you want right now and just start. Or, you know, use Remote Blast. I'm gonna give him a second to actually change colors before I do this, because I believe, depending on the form, he takes different damage. Ooh, oh no, guess what I just wasted? No, I didn't waste it, never mind. No, actually he took half from it, okay. Blue, blue is weak to, I'm looking it up because I cheated, Reflect. Problem is, you know, he's not really in a good spot. But there's always Wave, or there's always Striker. There's always good old dependable Striker. The Moverlord, if you brought your remote attack, not that bad, honestly. He just might catch you off guard. That's about it. Eve! Eve, can you hear me? Jason! Yes, I can hear you. Thank goodness you're safe. Somehow, yeah, I got so worried when the comms went down, but it looks like you're all right too. Whew, what a relief. Yeah, Sophia was a huge help. So, is the Mutant Lord? Yeah, somehow I was able to defeat it, I think. I saw it destroyed right before my eyes, so I certainly hope that's the end of it. Just in case, can you do a scan to make sure you don't pick up anything that resembles it? Just as I thought. Well then. Eve? Something wrong? No, it's nothing. There's no trace of the Mutant Lord here anymore. I see, that means our battle with the Mutant Lord's over. Yeah, it sure is. You saved the planet, Jason. Not quite. We saved it. You, me, Fred, and Sophia too. I never could have done it by myself. I'm happy to hear you say that, but that was our mission, so that means... Eve. It looks like Sophia found a route back to the surface, Jason. We can leave when you get back. I'll be waiting for you. Got it. I'm on my way now. It's so beautiful. Yeah. We returned to the surface shortly after nightfall. There were countless stars in the sky shining their brilliant light down upon us. Well, I guess I should be on my way. What? You're leaving already? You should relax a bit more. No can do. While I do that, there could be mutants causing havoc somewhere out there. That's why I have to go. It's my mission, and the reason I was created, after all. Also, I'm gonna leave Fred with you. I'm actually not supposed to do that, but I want you to think of me leaving Fred with you as my way of saying thanks. Fred, make sure you behave and listen to what Jason says, okay? Ribbit ribbit. Eve. Thank you for everything, Jason. From the time you found me, all the way up until now. Just like you did for me, I want to help someone else in need. That's why I need to go. Eve, I'll never forget you. I truly believe that we will meet again someday. Jason. Yeah, for sure. I'll be waiting for that day. And then that just leaves Jason and Fred staring up at the stars together. Eve leaves and takes Sophia with her. Jason keeps the armor for some reason. That's the one thing I don't get. I do feel like maybe Eve should have taken the armor if you didn't need it anymore, Jason? And, you know, the blaster rifle too? Or was she just concerned it wasn't her size, so she just kind of ignored it? But then, how was the armor your size in the first? I am asking questions that I don't think they really thought of. But I've also now realized that means that when Jason found Sophia, not only did he find a gun, that fit him perfectly. I guess guns only come in so many shapes. He found a suit of armor that fit him perfectly, and a helmet. Or was this just one he had in his house? Is Jason a cosplayer? Is this his science outfit? These are questions I did not expect to ask myself. But we did it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the end of the game. We got credits. Kind of a bittersweet ending, though. Really sucks that Eve just kind of left. And I feel bad for Jason, too, because you can tell he really wanted to confess love to her, but just, he couldn't do it. You would think, after, like, killing constant mutants, saying you love someone would be a little bit easier. But he couldn't do it. It also is pretty brutal that that Eve just immediately left. They seriously make it seem like it was mere seconds after they got back to the surface that she's like, whoop, gotta go. I guess I left the stove running. My cat's gonna like knock over this hot water pot I left running for like humidity. I really gotta go. Thanks for help saving my life and, you know, saving the planet, but you know, I really gotta go. It seems so rude. A lot of people really worked on this game. They all did an amazing job on this. I really enjoyed this, and I hope you guys did too. All we gotta do is get through the last little bit here. The PR, there's my boy Matt Papa. Matt, thank you for your service. Matt Papa is one of my friends, actually, that I know at Inti Creates, and he is the lead for English translation for a lot of the games. And he's just a generally cool dude. So shout out to him. If you've actually been to my streams before, when we played Mighty Gunvolt Burst and a couple other games, you may have seen him pop in there. We actually played Dragon Mark for Death as well together. He's a nice guy. But also, many, many talented people worked on this game as well, and thanks as well to Sunsoft for letting them have fun with the license. That's the credits. Inti Creates and Sunsoft. Copyright. And now, Fred and Jason will have a long, long life together. I wonder what you're looking at right now out there in the universe, Eve. If I'm able to see you again, there's something I need to tell you. Unfortunately, that won't happen. Maybe if we just had some equipment or data, maybe things would have turned out differently. No, it wouldn't have changed anything. I just couldn't bear to involve him any further in all this. The mutant core, we have no information, and no one has ever even seen it before. What we do know is that it possesses a power far greater than that of the mutant lord. As long as the core still remains, the Earth won't be safe from its inevitable ruin. But Sophia's no match for it, so this is all that we can do right now. I'm sorry, Jason.
I'm gonna protect this planet. And you. Now, to flip Sophia the Third's self-destruct switch.
Eve dies, Sophia the Third is destroyed, and we don't know if that actually saved the planet. Kinda dark. Kind of a dark ending if you get the bad ending. Eve gets completely possessed by the mutant lord. That's what the actual, the effect is on her sprite there. Same with Sophia. Both completely corrupted. If you miss any item, and in the file you just saw, I skipped the last health item. You may have noticed that when I actually cut away back to the game. We were just missing one health item, that was it. But fortunately, we actually did get everything. All right, let's do this. Here we go. I found the mutant lord. This feels completely different from the other mutants. My sense of danger is completely off the charts right now. You care up, Jet, sup? Jet, what? Eve? Ah, crap, the transmission's dead. Is the mutant lord causing this? I'm so worried about Eve and Fred, but there's only one thing to do now. It's you and me now, mutant lord. I'm gonna put an end to this. Warning, the lair of the Galaxy Master, Underworld Lord. All right, before we do that, again, the wrong button. Keep pressing the wrong button. Let's call up Eve. Except we can't still because of static. Damn it, I can't connect to her. In any case, it looks like I have the upper hand in mobility. I'm gonna have to keep moving while not getting too far away from it and seize my chance to attack when they appear. Jason actually tells you what to do. And a nice little change of pace, so Jason actually just showing a little bit of competency here. You can still call Fred for some reason. I don't know how he's quite getting through. I don't think he's in your pocket. He's supposed to be in the tank. All right. So your initial reaction might be to actually go ahead with Remote Blast. It definitely was mine when I first played this. Do not do this. This is actually a 2-form fight, which is weird because this boss is actually the boss that you would normally fight at the end of the game of the first game, but he's the second fight in that game, but he's the first one here. Normally you would fight the Plutonium Lord, which they replace in this game, presumably at least, with the Skeleton Lord at the end of Area 7. So, there's been a bit of a boss shuffle here. But the actual plan you want to use is Striker, for a very somewhat specific reason. You can use Wave. Wave will also work, because it will stun. But the easiest way to do this, and the fastest, is Striker and Turret. Here's why. He uses a whip, but he will lock onto the turret and try to kill that instead. The actual distraction tactic of the turret is perfect. Mash Striker as fast as you can while he's whipping the turret. Boss is done. Piece of cake. Now, if you found every item in the game, this cutscene happens. It's no use. I can't get the transmission working. Please be safe, Jason. What's this? Some kind of mutant? It's the same as the mutant lord. No, it's even stronger? No way! This can't be happening. Meanwhile, the sheer power of this thing is so overwhelming, not to mention its new form. Is this the mutant lord's true form? The one that possesses intelligence? Even if it is, I can't lose now. I gotta protect the Earth and Eve. Warning, the lair of the ultimate meta fight. Multi-dimensional overlord. The Moverlord is here. Notice the little subtle name change there with the meta fight, aka the name of the original game in Japanese. Nice touch there. So, the Moverlord has some funky features to him. Still can't connect to Eve. Looks like I gotta do this on my own. Looks like his attacks change when it changes color. There may be certain attacks that are more effective against different forms. I should change up my gun attacks and see if anything works. All right, there are 4 different colors for this boss, and it is random which ones you get, but I believe it always starts with red. I'm just gonna read these out because I don't think we're gonna see all the forms, because of course, I told you to save Remote Blast, and that's why I saved as well. But there's one important thing I need to tell you, and I don't know if I've said this yet. Wave does not work on this boss. It is immune to Wave, at least in most forms, so pick a different weapon if you can help it. I'm gonna switch to Striker. Depending on the color of the boss, red is weak to diffusion, but it can take hits from other weapons as well. Green is weak to the level 0 blaster. When I saw this happen in a boss fight with him, I laughed my ass off that he was weak to it. He's also weak to the machine gun, which makes sense, they're basically the same at this point. Blue is weak to reflect, but it can be hard to reflect things, so you can try other weapons as well. And orange is weak to Striker. Striker works on most forms. It's honestly the gun I recommend if you get close enough to him. But another key thing about him being immune to certain guns is he is never immune to a sub-weapon. Use your sub-weapons like I am about to do, because fuck you, enjoy some missiles. It's green. Green is weak. I gotta do it. I have to do it. I have to do it. Almost. Almost! I would have loved killing with a level 0 blaster. Would have made me laugh so much. Okay, let's arm grenades at least. I killed him with the blaster! Oh, that's so mean. I love it. Oh, we call that Mega Man syndrome, folks. Wily was always weak to the worst weapon. So why not make the boss with this one weak to it? Fucking hilarious. Eve, can you hear me? Jason, yes, I can hear you. Thank goodness you're safe. Somehow, yeah, I got so worried about the comms went down, but it looks like you're all right too. Oh, what a relief. Yeah, Sophia was a huge help. So, is the mutant lord? Yeah, somehow I was able to defeat it. I think. I saw it destroyed right before my eyes, so I certainly hope that's the end of it. Just in case, can you do a scan and make sure you don't pick up anything that resembles it? Just as I thought. Well then. Eve? Something wrong? No, it's nothing. There's no trace of the mutant lord here anymore. I see. That means our battle with the mutants is over. Yeah, it sure is. You saved this planet, Jason. Not quite. We saved it. You, me, Fred, and Sophia too. Never could have done it by myself. I'm happy to hear you say that. But that was our mission, so that means... Eve. It looks like Sophia found a route back to the surface, Jason. We can leave when you get back. I'll be waiting for you. Got it. I'm on my way now. So, the dialogue is not different, but you may have noticed the implications are there now. With that one little cutscene that they added, it definitely feels like she's hiding something. It's beautiful. Yeah, sure is. We were welcomed back to the surface by a night sky filled with countless glistening stars. Thank you for everything, Jason. I'm here now because you saved me, and were there for me. I just did what I thought was right, but I'm happy that meant I was able to help you out. Yeah, you've done more for me than I could ever ask you for, which is why I can't ask you to do any more than I already have. Eve? Suddenly, I felt a very warm, tender feeling. I think they call that love? That was Eve, hugging me tightly. Although it took me a little while to fully understand why. That's called love. Dude, Jason, have you not had a girlfriend? That's just love. Jason, I have to go, so that I can protect you, and this planet. Eve? What are you, what? It felt like the energy was being suddenly sapped from my body. My vision got all hazy. I could barely stand up. What's going on? I don't understand. Don't worry, you'll only be unconscious for a little while. What are you talking about? Why? Everything quickly grew dim. My body was so warm. And before I knew it, I completely lost consciousness. That's normally what love does to you, Jason, don't worry. It's all fine. Line. Sorry. Couldn't resist that one. The last thing I saw was that, for the first time, Eve looked like she was about to cry. I'm so sorry. I knew you would have helped me if I asked, I'm sure of it. But this mutant core, we know nothing about it. I've never even come face to face with it. Based on the readings I have, I can't guarantee that even Sophia being fully powered up like this stands a chance against it. I couldn't bear the thought of dragging you into battle against something that dangerous. I know I'm being completely selfish, but this is something I must do. I'm heading out, Jason. Ugh, what happened? Oh no, Eve! I remembered her words, that she was gonna save the planet, and me. Not to mention, she looks so sad. Even just remembering it makes my heart ache. I looked around and saw Sophia was gone too. I tried to contact them, but it was no use. The connection was totally shot. That's when I remembered something she told me. She said that there was still a certain thing here on Earth that had to be destroyed. He hurt a lot for actually being knocked unconscious. It's kind of surprising. Good old Fred, always there for moral support. Fred? Looks like Eve left you here too. Remember, that wasn't on purpose. It might have been by mistake this time, or just at least make sure someone was guarding Jason. Croak. What should I do, buddy? Is there really nothing I can do? Croak. No, that doesn't mean die, don't worry. As if he was telling me to follow him, Fred looked over at me and began to hop off somewhere. Where are you going? I followed after him and noticed that he went to the same place where we fell down that wormhole when I was chasing after him a while back. Fred, what are you... Line. Fred opened his mouth and suddenly the area around us began to tremble. What? Hey, what's going on? The area began to tremble even more. Then a strange hole appeared out of nowhere right in front of me. No way! Is this a wormhole? Indeed, one of Fred's abilities is to create these so that he has a direct path to be able to return to Sophia. That's where the wormhole appeared from at the very beginning of the game. Fred made that himself, leading Jason down to Sophia and the whole path of the game. The wormhole kept on expanding. The moment when the wormhole expanded to its maximum size, it began to come into view. What could it be? It can't be Sophia. This is... something better. It looks like Sophia, but something's different. It's in blue now. I got close to it and the cockpit opened up. Fred and I hopped in, because again, just can't help hopping into tanks that I just find out of nowhere. This one's called Sophia Zero. Wink, wink. Is this some kind of upgraded version? Its abilities and weaponry seem even more powerful than Sophia the Third's. At its core, though, it seems to be the same as Sophia the Third. So in that case, if I just take out my blaster rifle... Blaster rifle authentication complete. Switching from autopilot to manual operation. All right, here we go. What's this? A message? Huh. I see. So that's how it is. All right, I know what I have to do. Fred, can you open another wormhole and get me to where Sophia and Eve are located? We have no time to waste. And with that, that's a yes. I'm counting on you, buddy. Eve, please be safe. And with that, one last area in the game. Area 9. What is this place? I emerged from the wormhole into this strange space that was an amalgamation of a bunch of different things. Am I still on Earth? Or somewhere completely different? Regardless of where I've ended up, I need to look for Eve and Sophia. Yup, Area 8 wasn't the end. The original game ends there, but this one snuck in one final chapter. Which means one final episode. Next time on Blaster Master Zero, the actual end of the game. Damn it, I can't connect. Please be safe, Eve.